deflation or inflation? What is going on? And there is a ginormous gem party being held right now, the moment that I just started this, and I don't know what is happening. What timing is this right now? Wow, real logins too, or logins. Oh my gosh, I can't read. All right, well, anyways, thank you to the person who did the huge diamond party. Holy cow. But let's go ahead and talk about what the video is titled. Deflation or inflation, what is going on and what is happening in the game right now, and why is everyone assuming there's a deflation going on in the game? Currently, as you know it, people are selling huges for either exactly wrap, a little over wrap, or even better yet, a little under wrap because of a quote-unquote hidden deflation that no one is really speaking of. Now, I made a joke about huge happy computers because that's aka the deflation that's currently going on, and a couple of items such as the arcade tokens, the arcade eggs, and a couple of other little things here and there. And the inflation, which are the higher end and the medium tier huges, which are, you know, obviously as we know right now, the active huges did go up in price. I know at some point people were actually freaking out about how little they were going for. At some point, some huges were selling for around 30 to 35 million, but now they spiked up back to a minimal of 47 to 60 million. Some of them even hitting 100 million, depending on which one you're looking at. But number one is, let's talk about the culprit of this, okay? The huge happy computer. Now, everybody is basing deflation based on this one huge, which is honestly a little hard to say that this is the cause of deflation, right? So there's a million of these in circulation inside of the game, meaning that there's 1 million players that own one of these or even multiple at the same time. So huge happy computers, no matter what, these are always going to fluctuate in price no matter how you look at it. At some point it could hit 50 million gems, and at some point it can go back to its original state, which is 17 million gems. These are always going to be the pivoting point of basically, oh my gosh, is the trade hub gonna explode? Is something happening? Should I panic sell everything else? And the answer is no. The best example that I can give anybody is, imagine a player that owns 10 of these, right? Somebody hatched, I don't know, 10 of these during the event, right? And they don't know what to do with them, right? So the person has 10, they're going to sell them in the trade hub for 30 million a piece. Of course, a player is going to want to sell these for exactly wrap, but there are people out there that do want to sell these a little under wrap to basically get rid of them, causing a natural deflation, because after a while, if people buy these for 30 million, in 4 hours the wrap is going to regenerate, stating that they are buying it for 30 million. And I believe that's the reason why people are assuming that there is a current deflation going on, is because people are naturally just wanting to get rid of these. If you have a person who is somewhat new to Pet Simulator 99, they're going to want to sell these to get better things in the game. Now, to keep this in perspective, would you rather have 10 huges versus maybe, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 huges, right? Let's say somebody wants to get like better huges. So a huge error cat, a huge Grinch cat, and a huge hippo melon. You're basically selling all 10 of these just to be able to afford maybe 3 huges that are a little bit more expensive, right? Would you rather have 10 huges or just 3? Right? So I believe the reason why people are just selling these is because they don't want to lose profit from when they bought a bunch of these, or they're just selling them to save on gems to hopefully wait for a new deflation to happen. Because right now, there's really no deflation currently going on, except if you're investing in items that you shouldn't have invested in the first place. I think people are freaking out for no reason when it comes to selling huges, because no matter how you look at it, everything could be stable in the game, but the moment that the huge happy computer goes down in price, everybody starts freaking out. And I've noticed that recently in the trade hub. I'll see people selling huges, right? And if they sit there for more than 10 minutes, people tend to freak out and start lowering it and lowering it and lowering it, causing a natural deflation because they're trying to get rid of it as soon as possible. I'll be quite honest, there's no reason to actually cause a deflation currently right now because stabilization for gems is pretty good right now. There's no reason to sell things for super cheap. Better yet, I'm not too sure where people are getting the assumption that there is a deflation going on right now, because the way that I'm looking at things at the moment, things are a little overpriced. At least in the trade hub that I'm currently in right now. People are selling things. This guy just decided to change it to 47.3, so he decided to put it down just a little bit to sell it for wrap. And I know he's going to sell it for wrap. I don't know why somebody wouldn't buy a golden huge for its wrap. But we're gonna see how long it takes, okay? Alright, so I'm noticing nobody's buying the huge anyways, so either he is trying to, like, run around maybe? Bro, I am still here waiting for this thing to sell. Like, I'm actually sitting here just to see what happens. I'm gonna be quite honest. I want to know what happens to huge golden corgi thing. I guess while I'm here, I just bought 2 Christmas presents just to open, I guess. I like the boosts that you get out of it. Alright, so I got some pretty cool things. Yay! I got hot cocos and some cookies and some candy canes. I'm still waiting for this thing to sell. Holy cow, nobody wants to buy it. This actually does not make sense. Okay, wait a minute. People are teleporting here. Does this mean he's going to sell it? 2 people teleported here. People teleported here and they don't want to buy it. They bought it! Dude, it took 15 minutes for this to sell for wrap. Holy cow. That is crazy. So that is why people decide to like lower prices, because for example, if this guy right here did not want to wait 15-20 minutes, for example, he would have sold it for like less than its wrap. So there's that reason why people are selling things for under wrap is mainly because they don't want to wait. There's a natural deflation in things just because the factor of people assuming that they don't want to pay full price for it because they don't feel like spending that many gems right now. And I just think it's just due to perhaps the trade server or what people are currently looking for, and also the trade demand. It just took a while for it to sell. I mean, 15 minutes isn't that bad. Normally, sometimes huges take like maybe around 5 to 10 minutes depending on which huge it is and the demand of it, obviously. So somebody bought a huge Hell Rock for 34 million gems. Somebody bought a huge propeller cat for 40 million. So huge propeller. Ooh, somebody's selling huges for under. My internet went out. I'm so sad. My internet went out. Alright, well, I went AFK just for a couple of minutes, and I come back, and one of my huges sold for exactly wrap price with no problem. So it took probably like maybe 3 or 4 minutes after maybe walking away from doing something, and I just made my gems. Alrighty, so we did find another one here, which is a little over wrap, but that's okay. It's only 1 million over. So after selling the one huge that I was able to sell, I did able to save 50 million gems essentially to basically get another huge. So that's honestly a really awesome method in order to like sell something that's worth a lot, to be able to afford maybe, honestly at this point I could get 3 other huges, but do I really want to get 3 other huges right now? I mean, this is a way to just get huges. Just save up what you have that is considered to be valuable and then resell and profit from that, and then be able to afford perhaps 2 or 3 other huges, or better yet, just save your gems in general. So this is really what I do when it comes to just saving, sell, and then buy whatever I want later on in the future. So I'm gonna take a look at this guy's booth, because honestly his prices aren't too bad. I had to run around a bunch of other booths and hope that nobody's like going crazy selling things for over wrap, because that's what I'm noticing right now. People are comfortably overpricing things, and that's a great sign that deflation's not going to necessarily happen. Not unless you're looking at huge pets that are on the lower end. And even then, I haven't even noticed anything on the lower tier of huges. Everything is either sold for exactly wrap or just a little over it. But so far, nothing is kind of indicating that there's a deflation happening right now. And if there is a deflation, it's probably very temporarily done in the game. So this guy is selling it, and I think this was one booth that I saw, and it's a little over what I want to pay it for. Honestly, it's 1,200,000 gems over, so I think I'm okay. So kind of taking a look at everybody else's booths and stuff. Depending on what huge you're looking for, yes, it may be a little overpriced. Yes, it might cause players to just not want to buy things. And that's where deflation happens, is when people start stopping like buying things in general. So deflation is only affected, to be quite real, when players do not buy anything, forcing sellers to lower their prices, aka what people are not wanting to spend their gems on at the moment. So I'm taking a look at everything here. Again, see, as you could tell, everything is just overwrap, and that's just causing players to not buy from that booth. This guy's selling it for way under. What the heck? Why? Okay, I'm tempted to buy one of these because it's like really under wrap, but do I want another huge happy computer? I'll buy that one. I want the dog. I bought the dog. Yay, I bought the dog. I'm pretty sure this guy probably wants his gems to go up, so I'm gonna be quite honest. I got 2 huges from just selling 1 huge, so that's a huge W for me, and I was still able to pocket 10 million gems, or 5 million. I don't remember how much I had at the beginning of this video, but I was able to sell 1 huge to afford 2 other huges, and that's what I'm sitting at right now. And this is what I do when it comes to breaking down higher end huges. I sell what I don't want, and then I can buy 2 or 3 depending on how I look at it. So deflation or inflation, guys, this is all up to you. You can leave your comments down below on what you think is happening in the market right now. Do you think it's a temporary thing? Do you think it's a scare tactic to perhaps maybe have players sell things for cheap for richer players to come in and to buy? So let me know down below what you guys personally think, and what do you guys personally like about the trade hub. I personally find that selling things to buy, like how I am doing right now, is a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun buying things that I just hold on to and then just either keep or just sell. I love doing this. It's so much more fun. This is a lot of fun, I'll be quite honest. So until then, I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye everyone!